Hi, I'm Donna Miller with Miller Crafts. I'm going to show you how to make a panda birthday card, and be sure to watch the end of the video because I have a warning about art glitter glue. So I hope you like this video and you click and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified of future videos. To start this card, we're using this stamp set from Mama Elephant. I got that from AC Moore, and I'm using my Tim Holtz stamping platform. We're also going to use this stamp set from Miss Sparkle and Company. I got that from Joanne Fabrics. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink for this stamp set because I want to color the hat and it works best with alcohol markers. I really like that I can stamp in the same position more than once with a stamping platform. I think that's the best benefit of having one. To clean off my stamps, I like to use the absorber. This is a cleaning cloth used for cars, and you can find that in the automotive department and Walmart. I'm using Distress Oxide Fire Brick Red for the balloon, and the balloon was found from the Miss Sparkle's Happy Birthday stamp set that I got from Joanne Fabrics. I'm using this stamp set from Julie Bean Soup. It has a Christmas present on there, and I'm going to change the Christmas present into a birthday present instead. So I'm going to do that by using Distress Oxide Peacock Feathers ink, and I'm just changing the ink color to a more birthday color. I'm going to use my brother's scanning cut to cut these out, and because I have open gaps on here, I'm going to use a pencil and lightly fill in the gaps so that there's no longer any holes. That way the brother's scanning cut will know exactly where the edge of the image is at, and it will know where to cut around the image. You want to click direct cut, then pick the machine and hit start to scan in your image. Then you want to zoom this down as close to your image as you can get it without overlapping on top of your image. Hit OK, and then it will take a second for the machine to recognize your mat. Once it's on there, zoom in and make sure that the outlines look exactly where you want them to go. If it doesn't, you might need to rescan your mat. Close out of this window once you are finished looking at your image. Hit OK on this screen and then hit OK on the next screen also. Then you're going to need to pick your settings to make sure that you are cutting the right speed and pressure. So I like to use cut speed 3 and pressure as 0, and my blade is at 4, and you can see I got a very good cut. For the background, I cut an oval out on Cricut Design Space. I'm going to use Distress Oxide Lucky Clover and this makeup foundation brush that I got from Walmart. And I took the negative of the oval and I taped it down so that this will form a hill. And I'm just gently going across here with the Lucky Clover. I like to hold it close to the top of the brush because there's a lot of give in this. When changing colors, I like to use a paper towel and just brush the brush head on top of there until all of the ink comes out onto the paper towel. For the sky, I'm going to use Distress Oxide ink. This is Broken China. So I'm just laying this ink down and I'm making it be very sporadic because I want it to kind of look like there's clouds in the background without having to actually put clouds in the background. I am going over the green a little bit, and you do want to hold your paper down with another clean sheet of paper so that you're not getting ink on your fingertips and you don't risk transferring ink to your project as you are moving forward. We're going to go back to our Panda Bear stamp set, and the string for the lantern we're going to actually use as the string for our balloon. So I've got my pieces laid down and I lined up exactly where I want the balloon string to go, and we're going to use Memento Tuxedo Black ink to ink this up. And I like using a positioner because with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I feel like you need to ink it up twice to get a very good impression. I'm using art glitter glue to glue down my present, and we're also going to go ahead and glue down the hats, which I colored with Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, and I just did an ombre effect on the one and I did the opposite ombre effect on the other hat. we're going to go ahead and place our pandas down using foam tape so that they pop up and it gives us a three-dimensional look. I'm also using that foam tape on this balloon, and I'm going to go ahead and cover up the top part of that lantern. I'm using Cards TV mini messages. We're going to use the happy birthday sentiment, but this is one of my most favorite stamp sets because you can use it for any season and it is all the perfect size for cards. So you have anniversary, New Year's, Christmas, 4th of July, babies, you name it, it's on there. It's definitely worth using. We're going to use Memento Tuxedo black ink, and we're going to go ahead and ink that up. Now I'm really worried about this because I should have done my sentiment before I laid down the panda bears. But as you can see here in a second, it didn't even matter. So even with the height of the foam tape, this stamp set worked perfectly, and I was so happy that I didn't have to redo all this stuff again. For my background, I'm using green paper that I got from Creative Memories, and I'm going to glue that down with art glitter glue. I already tied down the ribbon beforehand. So as I press that down, you can see that this paper is very thin. It's kind of like a sheer vellum kind of paper. And you can see the art glitter glue through the background of the paper. So my warning to you is do not use art glitter glue if your paper is very sheer. You need to use a tape runner. So I popped that up on foam tape, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down with the art glitter glue to my card base. The inside of our card says, "You are a very special person. May your birthday and your life be as fabulous as you are." And I got this from Alt to New, Beautiful Inside. So I hope that you liked this video today and that you learned something new. Please click and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notified of future videos.